Today, I'm back with another mega physical media unboxing for you all. Today, I'm going to be showing off the brand new 4K release of Edge of Tomorrow, Live, Die, Repeat, whatever you want to call this one. This is going to be the exclusive Steelbook edition from Best Buy. So I'm going to open this one up, show you all what you can expect to find on the inside of this casing, also what the quality is of the 4K disc in terms of visuals and audio presentation, plus what special features you can find on there, also where you can find this one, what the price is, and overall my recommendation on if it's worth your money. So let's get through this right now. Let's take a look at the front cover. We got Edge of Tomorrow, Live, Die, Repeat. Remember, this movie went through so many name changes, it decided to put two titles on there just in case you were getting confused. But this stars Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt, and they are both fantastic in here. But let's look. Oh, that is so cool. Now, first, when I saw the pictures online for this one, I was kind of cautious about getting the Steelbook because I'm like, it kind of looks plain online, but you couldn't really see the coloring come through nicely. But here, it looks so sleek and nice. You got some details in there. Got the spacecraft helicopter looking things in the background. Looks like some debris everywhere. And then, of course, you got the two main leads here in their armored out suits, which looks so cool. I mean, Emily Blunt right there with her helicopter blade sword just looks so cool. So it's actually really nice and actually kind of has a shine to it as well. So it looks clean. I like this one quite a bit. So nice front cover here, and you get the 4K Ultra HD, the Blu-ray, and digital code with this one. Let's take a look at the spine now. Now, spine, pretty simple, but once again, they put the two titles there. So this is a Warner Brothers release as well. But yeah, I gotta have the two titles there so we don't confuse everybody. So let's take a look at the back. Now, let's take a look with the J card first. All right, so we got the J card here. You know, you get a little description of the movie, but this is basically a sci-fi action war movie. But what's nice is you get tons of extras on the Blu-ray disc. Now, they're pretty good. They give you Storming the Beach, which is a dive into the trenches of the gritty look at creating this film's epic sci-fi battle. Now, that is a really good special feature. Basically talks about how they were trying to recreate the storming of the Normandy beaches, you know, World War II, famous historical moments, but basically we're doing it in a sci-fi version for a modern day audience. And I thought that was just fascinating how they put that together. Next, you have Weapons of the Future. Watch Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt tackle the challenges of strapping on exosuits to become super soldiers. That was a really cool special feature as well, because you get to learn how they made the exosuits. And actually, it's all practical work. It's not CGI, because it's just, I mean, I was fascinated to learn that. I'm like, wow, these aren't CGI. These look just so good, but they really put the time into creating them practically, which was awesome. So many people working on the suits, all the components. So that's a really nice, fantastic little featurette right there. Next, you have On the Edge with Doug Liman. Follow the passion-fueled director as he confronts the pressures of making a futuristic war film look real. So you get, you know, a lot of good information from the director, and just the director talking about, like, hey, the director thinks he's working really hard, but then he sees how hard Tom Cruise is working, and you're like, wow, Tom Cruise has a really great work ethic. But just the director's mindset also of his first idea is, we're creating a war film here, not thinking, oh, this is a sci-fi film right off the bat. No, let's create a war film, and then we make it for a modern audience, which brings in the sci-fi elements and then makes it a really unique experience. So just to hear the director talk was fantastic as well. And, you know, some of the featurettes are longer than others, so it does give you a decent amount there of special features. So I do like it having those loaded on there. That's really nice. So at least we get something with it, which is great. Next, you can take a look at it, but you do get the 4K disc here, right? 1080p, 4 times sharper than Blu-ray, and then you also get it the true Dolby Atmos soundtrack. So wow, This soundtrack is fantastic here. The Dolby Atmos makes it shine through so nicely, especially with those big action scenes like the storming the beach scene. I mean, just all the little details and the explosions you can hear and all the fighting and the shots that are being done. I mean, it's just, it surrounds you basically. It is so good. It comes through so nicely. Just hear all the little details, so crisp and clean. So this movie benefits heavily from a Dolby Atmos soundtrack. I mean, it makes you feel like you're in the sci-fi action battles yourself. And wow, to me, that was like one of my favorite parts of the movie. It's just so great how it immerses you into that. And then also, let's talk about the visual presentation with the 4K. So yes, everything looks super sharp and clear. It looks like this movie was just made yesterday, came out yesterday. I know it's a 2000s movie already, so it is a newer movie, but still, I mean, it feels like, no, this is brand new, just right away came out today. So really good quality there. Everything looks good in terms of the color grading, all of that. Everything just shines through really nicely here. The darks look really good. So the night scenes with the aliens, you can see the aliens' faces really clear and just all their details and tentacles and how they move. Those colors shine through really nicely. But in the brighter, the day scenes, you can still see tons of great details on all the characters. And wow, this movie, I mean, it looks stunning because there's so many different little sci-fi elements and just vehicles and different weapons that these characters have. I mean, everything, you can look at all the little details on it. It's just, wow, everything is so sharp. And I know that you're getting that with the 4K quality there. So it comes through very nicely. I mean, it's outstanding. I showed this to a friend over here, and they were just, you could tell, they were like blown away by this presentation of how it sounded, how it looked, and it was like, whoo. Yeah, I mean, it felt like you were in the movie. Once again, this gives you an immersive experience here. So really cool. So, I mean, that is just so awesome. Everything it contains it's great. It's fantastic. So let's take off the J card. Let's look at the back. Now, this is my first time looking at the back, actually. You get the mimic alien on there. Really cool. I like that. Just like mouth open with the little eye there. Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, I don't like it as much as the front. It looks a little bit less detail than the front here. The front is just, let's take a look at the front one more time here. Oh, the front just looks so nice. So many details there. So the back is a little bit more simplified. But I'm also okay that they included the mimic alien there. You got to put the mimic on there somehow. So that's kind of cool anyway. But could use more detail on the back. But let's take a look on the inside now. Well, actually, let's take a look. How does this look all together though? So, hey, it flows together nicely. I like that. That flows together nicely. Yeah, that works. All right. So we, of course, do get the digital code in here, which is nice. So get that digital backup, which is great. Now let's take a look at the inside here with the disc, and then we'll take out the disc right now. All right, so the disc actually looked pretty plain here. Wow, a little disappointed on the look of the disc here, but I'll show you all to give you a little bit more clarity here. So this is the 4K disc. You're just getting the title, no special artwork or any unique design on here. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That we could have improved on, definitely. So yeah, that's a little bit of a disappointment there. All right, let's take a look at the Blu-ray as well up close. Looks like maybe a different font style for the title, but once again, very plain. Yeah, wow, very plain again. Could have done better there. Definitely could have done better on that one. Yeah, those discs is the weak spot so far of this Steelbook. But let's take a look at the inside. I like the image on the inside. Oh yeah, that looks cool. You got Tom Cruise with Emily Blunt's character. Nice. And the ecto suits right there. So that works. At least they got something on the inside. So, yep, that's all right. But those discs, once again, are the disappointment so far. Now, I mean, the quality is good on the 4K disc, like I said, but that art design could have done something a little bit better to enhance it overall. So yeah, that's the only disappointment of this Steelbook so far, unfortunately. But Yeah, so once again, that's how it looks like when they're all together on the inside. But yeah, this movie to me was a great pickup. It was actually my first time watching this movie, and this is such a fun movie. If you've never seen this movie before, you gotta check it out. It's a really good movie. I feel like it's very underrated. It, flew under a lot of people's radar. A lot of people didn't know when this movie came out, probably didn't see it in theaters because it was marketed terribly. I mean, first they just went with the title name Edge of Tomorrow, which sounded like a Days of Our Lives special. It made no sense for the sci-fi action war epic movie it was trying to be. So the marketing, didn't work, but I'm glad now people have discovered it just like me. Really fun sci-fi action war movie. I mean, the action sequences are great, and just how they do all the time looping stuff and everything like that. I mean, it's really intriguing and puts a different spin on it, but it's just so cool. It's so fun. You learn to care about these main characters here. You want to see it all work out. And so yeah, to me, really fun. If you like anything dealing with sci-fi, action, even just war movies, I think you're really, really gonna like this one. And to me, this is a good Tom Cruise performance. Is it his best performance? No, but it's solid. Emily Blunt, good performance as well. Is it her best performance? No, but really solid. And together, I think they have a good dynamic back and forth. So yeah, everything to me just works in this movie. So good. So happy to have this one in the collection. So this one comes in at a price of, I believe, $31.99. That's what I pre-ordered it on Best Buy at. So, it's a little bit more expensive than the slipcover. And I think the Steelbook is out of stock now, at least where I'm at. So I can't, order another one, or other people can't order it. So you want to check Best Buy, see if you can still order the Steelbook. If you can, I think it's actually a pretty good Steelbook if you're a Steelbook collector. But if not, you can always go the cheaper option here. Get the 4K still, which you really, really want the 4K of this one with the slipcover. That one's, I believe, $25.99. So basically $6 cheaper there. So I think that's a good deal. Even just to get the 4K slipcover, you're still getting the awesome disc and presentation and everything like that. And if you're not really a Steelbook collector, then yeah, just get the 4K slipcover. But either way you go with this, getting it on 4K to me is an absolute must. It's just a great, wonderful experience. So I can definitely highly recommend this movie. Such a great movie to add to the collection. And leave in the comments below, what did you think of Edge of Tomorrow? Would you recommend it out to people to watch? And are you yourself planning to pick up a physical edition of this one? And which edition? Let's have those movie discussions down below. And if you're just discovering the channel for the very first time and you love collecting physical media and being part of this amazing mega fan community, make sure you subscribe right now to stay entertained and up to date on all the latest physical media topics.
Do it. You did well.
And if you like this physical media topic video, click another video to see more. Also, like the video, and this is Mega Mike the Movie Man reminding you to make every day a movie day.